In this video, we will cover laws 29 to 16 from Robert Greene's famous book, The 48 Laws of Power. The remaining laws will be discussed in future videos, and the previous laws are already available on our channel. Subscribe now so you don't miss the upcoming laws and strategies. Law 29. Plan all the way to the end. This law is one of the most critical in the entire book. Greene emphasizes the importance of thorough planning. Those who think ahead and anticipate obstacles are far more likely to succeed. Every move should be part of a bigger strategy. Historical example: Napoleon Bonaparte meticulously planned his military campaigns. However, when he invaded Russia without a full endgame in mind, it led to his downfall. This shows how even the most brilliant leaders fail when they violate this law. Application: in your personal and professional life, visualize the outcome before you act. Anticipate possible failures and account for them in your plan. Create contingency plans and always keep the ultimate goal in sight. Break big plans into smaller, executable steps and track progress regularly. Why it's important: planning gives you control. It prevents surprise setbacks and prepares you to respond to challenges. It separates successful leaders from reactive followers. The ability to think long-term and navigate complexity with foresight is a hallmark of true power. Law 28. Enter action with boldness. This law highlights the power of confidence. Greene argues that hesitant actions raise doubts and invite attacks. Boldness, on the other hand, commands respect. Historical example: Hernán Cortés boldly destroyed his ships upon reaching Mexico, showing he was all in. His men had no choice but to follow him. Application: approach every important task with full conviction. Whether it's a job interview or a business deal, act like you belong. Speak with assurance and move with purpose. Prepare well so that your confidence is backed by competence. Why it's important: boldness makes people believe in you. Even a wrong move made confidently is better than an unsure action. Bold individuals attract attention, gain followers, and often outperform more cautious competitors simply because they dare to take risks. Law 27. Play on people's need to believe to create a cult-like following. Humans need faith and purpose. Greene explains how leaders use this to their advantage by creating ideologies, rituals, and strong visions. Historical example: Charles Manson built a cult by appealing to lost souls who needed direction. His charisma gave them meaning, however dangerous. Application: build a personal brand or mission that others can believe in. Be the source of direction and clarity. Use symbols, language, and rituals to reinforce your message. Create an us versus them narrative to build cohesion. Why it's important: belief is stronger than logic. If people believe in your vision, they will follow you to great lengths. Whether in leadership, marketing, or social movements, the power of belief transforms ordinary followers into passionate devotees. Law 26. Keep your hands clean. Avoid being the face of controversial or unpleasant decisions. Greene stresses the importance of appearing innocent. Historical example: King Louis XIV always let others do the dirty work. He maintained a godlike image while others enforced his harsh policies. Application: in teams or organizations, delegate sensitive tasks. Maintain your image while others absorb the negativity. Use intermediaries when making tough calls. Why it's important: reputation is hard to build and easy to destroy. Protect it at all costs. When your image is untarnished, people are more likely to trust and support you. Law 25. Recreate yourself. This law is essential in a fast-changing world. Greene urges readers not to accept the roles given to them, but to create new ones. Historical example: David Bowie constantly reinvented himself, staying relevant and unpredictable. Application: don't get stuck in one identity. Learn new skills, change your appearance, or shift your goals to evolve. Reinvention makes you unpredictable and keeps you fresh in people's minds. Why it's important: reinvention keeps you in control. It also confuses rivals who can't predict your next move. The ability to adapt and redefine yourself is vital for long-term success. Law 24. Play the perfect courtier. Success often depends not on your skills but your social intelligence. Greene describes the ideal courtier as charming, diplomatic, and respectful. Historical example, Baldassare Castiglione's Book of the Courtier taught nobles how to gain favor without appearing ambitious. Application: learn when to speak and when to stay silent. Flatter without being obvious. Always respect those in power. Cultivate an elegant presence and make others feel important. Why it's important: relationships are often the gateway to opportunity. Knowing how to behave around powerful people is a form of power. Social grace opens doors that brute force cannot. Law 23. Concentrate your forces. Spread too thin and you become weak. Greene argues for focusing your energy and resources where they matter most. Historical example, Rockefeller became a giant by concentrating solely on oil in the early stages of his career. Application: identify your key strengths and double down on them. Avoid multitasking or diversifying too early. Focus creates momentum and depth. Why it's important: concentration leads to mastery and dominance. Focus is the ultimate power move. Scattered efforts dilute your influence. Law 22. Use the surrender tactic, transform weakness into power. Greene advises knowing when to retreat. Surrender isn't defeat, it's strategy. Historical example, Mao Zedong often retreated in battle, conserving strength for future wins. Application: in arguments or conflicts, surrender when the odds are against you. Use the pause to regroup. Disarm opponents with humility while planning your resurgence. Why it's important: surrender gives you time. It turns short-term defeat into long-term success. Sometimes, yielding gives you control over the future. Law 21. Play a sucker to catch a sucker, seem dumber than your mark. Underestimation is a secret weapon. Greene says people drop their guard around those they think are weak. Historical example, Socrates pretended to be ignorant to expose the arrogance of others. Application: in negotiations, let people think they have the upper hand. Use their overconfidence against them. Why it's important: when people don't see you as a threat, they reveal more than they should. Appear harmless while positioning yourself to win. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. Greene advises keeping your options open. Don't attach yourself emotionally or politically to any one group or person. Historical example, Queen Elizabeth I skillfully used this law, keeping potential suitors and allies uncertain. Application: in business or life, don't tie yourself to one outcome. Stay neutral and flexible. Why it's important: independence gives you power. Commitment limits your freedom to maneuver. Law 19. Know who you're dealing with, do not offend the wrong person. One mistake with the wrong person can ruin you. Greene warns about the cost of misjudgment. Historical example, various mafia bosses operated under this principle: never underestimate your rival. Application: study personalities carefully. Avoid ego battles with sensitive or powerful people. Why it's important: awareness protects you. Understanding others helps you act more effectively. Law 18. Do not build fortresses to protect yourself, isolation is dangerous. Greene says power comes from social networks, not walls. Isolation cuts you off from information and alliances. Historical example, the fall of many kings and dictators happened after they retreated behind security and lost touch with reality. Application: keep your connections alive. Stay informed through active communication. Why it's important: people and information are your biggest assets. Stay connected. Law 17. Keep others in suspended terror, cultivate an air of unpredictability. Being unpredictable makes others cautious. Greene shows how it disrupts opponents' plans. Historical example, Richard Nixon used unpredictability in foreign policy, making his enemies unsure of his next move. Application: change your routines. Say unexpected things. Keep people guessing. Why it's important: predictability makes you easy to manipulate. Unpredictability makes you powerful. Law 16, use absence to increase respect and honor. Too much availability can devalue you. Greene suggests stepping away at times to make your presence more appreciated. Historical example: Napoleon Bonaparte would disappear and then return dramatically, which increased his mystique. Application: occasionally retreat from social circles or platforms. Make people miss your presence. Time your return for maximum impact. Why it's important: scarcity builds value. Overexposure leads to loss of respect. Create demand for your presence.